my goodness, it's me at the park with a co-host. This is going to be one of those wild, wonderful, maybe a little wanky, the best kind of video. I've got to hurry. At the park, 63 degrees, I'm in short sleeves. And if you had to guess, what song was I just listening to? It's linked at the bottom of the description. It beats Celine Dion, I'm Alive. For me and her, we don't take that for granted. Hi, if you're new to the channel, I hate doing these little intros, but if you're new to the channel, I was homeless across America from Atlanta to San Francisco over 725 days, involved in interstate kidnapping. I was the victim. I survived it. It happened at Taco Bell in East End of Charleston, West Virginia. I literally walked back to the state from Ohio and then left it to come back to Colorado without a phone. Keep my phone number and to get me in a safe place as fast as possible. And finding out my alleged father, Tom Acosta, needs to be resolved. For more on that, see the playlist Resolving Tom Acosta, linked in the description. I am so happy to be at the park and it'd be a wonderful day. I did something extraordinary. Was it out of this world? No. For that, you have to see Granny Alice. Video about her linked in the description. Great Granny Alice. That's one of my favorite videos. It's done in December. It looks like it's kind of a warmer day, and it was. But it was definitely December. At the Denver Rescue Mission. If you care about the homeless shelter, one of the largest in the country, and how I thought it needs to be rescued, see a video linked in the description there about the Denver Rescue Mission. But I today did something extraordinary. I called America's most hated family. It's not the Obamas, it's not the Bidens, it's not the Trumps, it's not the Kardashians, it's my family. I called everyone that I could, my New York family. First, I called my brother, Drew. And overall, on the calls, family leader, which is me, was overall satisfied, hoping for better, but it was pleasant. I did talk to Drew, and we FaceTimed. Drew, at this time today, when I called him, was at his farm. There's a plot of land where he is growing onions and scallions and produce for the farmer's market in Charlotte, North Carolina. I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina in 2009. When I first left Stevie, lived there 2007 to 2010, I think. Stevie passed in October. And I did do a video on him. It's kind of a video on him and Uncle Mike. If you're interested in knowing about Uncle Mike, he was a coal miner construction worker and painted a portrait following the Upper Big Branch mine disaster in West Virginia, I think also in 2010. The portrait was deemed a state treasure, and I believe by Governor Tomlin, and then it was for the pleasure of Senator Joe Manchin, the successor to the longest serving senator in United States history, Robert C. Burton, who did a lot for animal rights and dog welfare, common sense solutions. He was against dog fighting. He thought dogs were dogs and not matters of official state policy. Or I just hate to show you this picture right here. Right here is the picture of then Governor Jim Justice in a picture with a picture of his dog with Mayor Andrea Pendleton, Mayor Andy of Vernell, West Virginia, the mayor that basically gave my dad more than $20,000 to complete a project about the U.S. in honor of the U.S. veterans of the Vietnam War. Tom Acosta never did that. So here's the picture. One more time. So ridiculous. You know, I need to get back on the calls. So I called Drew. He was pleasant. He had just got COVID for the third time 2 weeks ago, and he had talked to Tom Acosta yesterday and told him he had got sick. And he's working on his farm. He's still working in Amazon, and he's growing his beard out. He looked bigger. Just older, more masculine, just bigger beard. He never looked effeminate ever. Just, he had more of a mountain man kind of look, more than me. I'm like the city son. But, I guess. It was good that we FaceTimed. I asked him if he had talked to our mother or Richard. My stepdad, an arms dealer my mother met from Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia. He's British, but he had no knowledge, but he was open to like a Zoom or some way that me and my mother, Rita in Florida, Rita Kay and Drew could all see each other at the same time and talk at the same time. We haven't done that. This is New Year's, start of 2020. That was in person in Washington, D.C. My mother came over here on the Queen Elizabeth II as it was having stormy seas, and she had to paint something. Linked in description is a video all about that. And I did send my brother something. You can watch it right now. It's linked in the description. It's part one of that. It's America the Beautiful. It's all for you. One of my most favorite YouTube videos of all time. Probably the favorite of all time. That's the Granny Alice one is up there too. They touch my favorite places in different ways. And America the Beautiful, it's all for you. It was literally without any clothes in the Pacific Ocean, where an entire nation was behind me, and I had been never home. Starting in Atlanta, going back to West Virginia, and then going to San Francisco because I had to. And I believe I just uploaded a video. It's linked in the description too. What did I call that one? The title escapes me right now, but it's in there. Showing you, it's the prelude to diamonds are the only reason we have beautiful dreams at all. Linked there. Shows you this wild and wonderful. Okay, hold on to a job, and I have to survive through that night. You see me going to all these different places, and does it look like anything's really getting accomplished? That's why I have to go to San Francisco. I'm new to walking a dog, but it's good. I wanted to go out to the park, so I did. This dog, and I had a chance to walk it. Calling my mother. Hung up the phone with Drew and called her right away. I'm the family leader. This family talks to itself sometimes when I make it. Calling Rita Kay was also pleasant and better than my last call. My last call with my mom had two calls last year, did I recall. If we talked I think we talked at Christmas time, 2023. I was at the Lucky You Motel. Linked in the video description. Linked in the description is a video or two. I'll just decide later just to throw in at the Lucky You Motel, which is, we gotta do that one on Aunt Maddie. We'll do that one. My dad's sister, Aunt Maddie. It's a video on her at Lucky You. I'll just link in a few Lucky You Motel videos. That place is a minority-owned business motel. I'll get to mom in a minute. It's a minority-owned business motel, which for me, when I was homeless, housing vouchers came through the right funding. Legislation passed in the Reagan administration, I believe unchanged largely since. We spent $4,000 for me to stay at minority-owned business motels that were not in the area. I was looking for work, trying to resettle. So, I think we have a massive opportunity there. When I speak with Nancy Pelosi, or someone like her, someone that cares very much and needs to have this bottom-up perspective of how we live in the heart of Denver, in a 2-bedroom apartment with marble countertops, and have to end up taking 126 days after we defeat homelessness before we can acquire a box of trash bags. I'll be talking about that in 20 years. Still be talking about it. But the Lucky You Motel would be a place. It's owned by Koreans, but it was originally, I think, built by maybe the Irish. It's a big old neon sign from like the 40s with a 4-leaf cover on it. But they're totally Korean, and they're very nice. They clean very well. It's very well kept. It's an older place, but it has a little pride. And when you get there, my initial reaction was just, oh, I'm in this dingy, very old motel that I do have my own private place. I can walk the door. And then after a couple of days with a kitchenette, I think I haven't uploaded it to YouTube yet. I'll link it in the description. It's going to be there soon. It'll be the video of me when I first got there the first time in the kitchen. That might be just a Facebook video right now. I'll get it up. We'll just do a Lucky You playlist. How about that? You've got to study the Lucky You. Lucky You is the best minority-owned business motel where housing vouchers for short-term. We had 2 weeks there. And I'm telling Nancy Pelosi right now, anybody listening like that, what you need to do is have your hotel voucher for about a month. You really need about 30 days. 30 days. I was so close. I had 3 weeks somehow. And I did pay for a few days the last time I was at Lucky You. I know I did the Best of This Family is still right here. That would be a good, like, before and after during all my time homeless. Now, I was still homeless for like 6 months after that. But that would be a good video to watch also. But it shows, oh, there's also the Wyeth one. The one where I thought I was about to defeat homelessness again. I've got a couple videos like that. I've just been scrubbing the channel lately, looking at it, doing the thumbnails, adding descriptions. Ain't perfect, but it's the best. It is the very best. It has never been done before, and I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best now. I was doing my best to stay alive while fighting homelessness across America. And during an interstate kidnapping, finding out time it costs needs to be resolved. You can see the playlist on it. What you need to do, Nancy Pelosi types, is have your hotel voucher for 30 days. I had it for 3 weeks, and I was very close. Very close. It was nothing where I think I spent too much of my minimum wage job money. I was really saving and very, very close. But if you have it for 30 days and you have some benchmarks, some evidence-based kind of stuff. I'm trying to sound like I'm from the year 2010 passing state policy at the North Carolina State Legislature on health reform and physical activity. It's been a while. Britney Spears. Remember that song? Does it Break the Ice? Ice? I can't remember. A call with my mom, which better than the last one. Last one was Thanksgiving, and I called her also, or she called me. We talked around her birthday in July, and the call today was the best of the three. On Thanksgiving, she didn't really say much in July, and on Thanksgiving, I asked her about options because I still didn't have my bag of trash bags. How do we brainstorm some ideas? Asking it very generally, like, really wanted her to call my brother, encourage him on this idea. He was the one that wanted to get me a P.O. box. Linked in the description is the male hardships video, and I love that video. I love the male hardships video. These very tactical type, non-emotional, like irrelevant to who I am as a person, or things that are just kind of generally something I experienced and something more than 3 million of our fellow Americans also experience. That male hardships video is exactly the kind I'm talking about, and I'll probably create a playlist on those. I just might go ahead and do it. Link in the description. It's the tactical playlist. It's going to be videos showing you a day in the life, what I did all day, or the ones where I have a work opportunity or a housing opportunity. Those videos are incredibly great in educating people like Nancy Pelosi, people like my brother, anyone at all doing a school project. Maybe you're a university professor that I talked to because you took your students to the homeless shelter, and I contacted you after I had been at university, my third week homeless, and removed from campus because Tom Acosta went to January 6th, and I indefinitely stopped working for him, thereby being a predecessor, a contributing risk factor to going homeless the third time. I've got to get home. I cleaned the bathroom. So good. Okay, back to mom. See, I'm doing my best. This dog is like energetic. It's been cold. It's been real cold. I have to talk about my mother's phone call. She seemed tired, a little surprised. She didn't answer the phone, and she was polite. Her and my brother both said that they loved me, and it's good they said the words. And Drew seemed to be having a pleasant day. My mom said she was tired, didn't want to talk, but was polite. I asked her how Richard was, and she said for the first time something like, "He's good." I also asked Drew, so I haven't really for sure known of Richard's current whereabouts on this planet for over a year. Drew said he did not know anything about Richard, and Mom said he was good. We got a squirrel business going on. Call her was to tell her me and Drew wanted to do a Zoom with her. We were open to that, and she was appreciative. Quickly wanted to just kind of get off the phone. I'm glad she called, or she answered the phone. And then I made one more call. Who could that have been to? America's most hated father. None of the phone numbers I called worked. But it's good. It's good that I did. I did try. Hey, I just talked to Drew, according to Drew yesterday. So, and in talking to Drew, there's nothing wrong with him planting a garden. It's a great thing. There's nothing wrong with him calling his father and telling him he had COVID, but he was recovering. There's nothing wrong with Drew working and Drew being through, but there is something wrong with my being homeless across this nation for 725 days, kicked out of my university, in an interstate kidnapping, finding out Tom Acosta needs to be resolved. A new way of saying it. Watch that playlist. Watch and wonder at all of the things the channel's about to do. Grow and change. Because my birthday is in April, and I have a new theme. I want to announce it now, but I'll just tell you this year's theme was Rock Solid, I'm 37. Last year's theme was Southern Prince, bringing an air. I was apprehensive I might go homeless in the spring of 2022 when I turned 36. 36. So I named myself Southern Prince, and have that Cinderella, Princess Diana kind of inner psyche, never forgetting to smile while homeless. And I'll do a video on that. I'm really excited about some ideas I have, because for me, this channel and everything I've been through, it's kind of like I'm a scholar of those 725 days. Like I said, that tactile playlist about the videos about here's the nuts and bolts of how do you actually do it. And in those videos, I'm pretty I'm pretty expressive of, here is just drop down. Like if you were just Anderson Cooper, live with me, here's what I'm trying to do. And I'm not No, I'm just showing you and telling you step by step. One of those videos, I apply online to a job. And you can see how, like, if you've never applied online for a job, there's people out there that just have never had to or don't or whatever. I'm showing you, can you believe that it asks for this much information, or it has this silly process like the little puzzles? You have to be able to solve those little puzzles, the verification things, and some of those are ridiculous. Oh, squirrels. I've got a video on squirreling around. That one I'll probably do and probably include that in a longer piece with other video you have never seen about never forgetting to smile. Yeah, let's just wait over here. We've got a dog traffic jam. But there's nothing wrong with my brother calling his dad. There is something wrong with Drew not being able in the fall of 2024 to give me, or 23. I think I asked both years. Yeah, it was totally fall 2023, and I believe also fall 2024. I asked Drew for my father's phone number. My own aged father. I do have some concerns and questions, a lot of deep thoughts, and some memories about some strange things that happened in America's #1 TV hometown, Mount Airy, North Carolina, home of the Andy Griffith Show in the Old Millennium. Show stopped in '68. #1, it's never getting any newer. And neither is my mother's first divorce attorney, Representative Sarah Stevens, the top politician in charge. I have some questions about what happened in the '80s, but there is something wrong with my family, the way it operates. It doesn't operate. It fails in huge ways. I use something to hope and care and pray for the best on. And I'm so glad that you watched this video. Please like and comment. Love subscribers, but I do like interaction. If I link videos in the description, or I talk about videos linked in the description, do you find that interesting? Do you find it easier to follow my story? Because right now I'm uploading video. They're not in any chronological order. It's just for me to emotionally kind of dance around and say, I'm ready for this video to be up. I'm ready for this video to be up. Maybe I'm gonna go work on this thing. That's just how I'm working this time around, because when I was homeless, I was putting videos up without much of anything other in mind, other than I might not live to see tomorrow. I was at a 16 times greater likelihood of death every single second for more than a year. And that's the statistic. After you have been homeless for more than 1 year in this country, you're 16 times more likely to die. I think about how I used to work for John Hancock Financial Services, and all the literature and sales information on things like life insurance. And then I think about how I tried to sell the stock, and I finally did. Acquired about $1,000. The last remaining thing my family, nuclear family, had, or I had access to. And I could not sell it in January 2024 because I didn't have a utility. I tried to start one. There were problems doing that. Just phone service. I just got it. That's a problem. Nancy Pelosi. We cannot, in this country, have video like mail hardships and people like me who are going through it right now. They are needlessly at risk of dying because they do not have a utility bill to give to the bank, because they are the strongest ones and their families still left. Check out the videos in the description, and I'll see you next time.